Hi guys, welcome to the first studio sessions. I can't wait to show you a little bit into the process of my songwriting, how I put together skeletons of songs, writing lyrics and melodies and harmonies and all that kind of stuff. So let's get to it. First off, we are in Logic, which is my DAW program. I've already recorded the piano here, so you can hear it. I'll play this. Which I've got my keyboard plugged up into my laptop through a MIDI cable. So, yeah. My rhythm is usually all over the place, so I like using this metronome to keep it intact. But even though I use a metronome, I still have random rhythms that don't really follow exact or the typical like pop methods of writing a song. And I found these cool like evolving EDM chords. It's kind of like a bass as well for the chorus. Cool. So there's that, and then I've already recorded these vocals, so if you want to hear what the vocals sound like with the piano. I'm frozen in time. Catch me. Hold me in your arms again. And all I wanna feel is your crimson eyes on mine. Place your this is the chorus part. On the table, leave it dancing next to mine. Okay, so if I want to change the melody, I've actually got two melodies, so that's the first one and this is the second one. Tell me which one you like more in the comments as well. How I made that little trill was I went into pitch black, so it sounds like super auto-tuned because it is, because when I'm working out what melodies are, it has to be like perfectly in tune to kind of hear what notes are what. I kind of look at it like a keyboard, and if you can see here, let's see if I can zoom this in a little bit. Right, so if you can see here, these are all notes. So I'm frozen in time. Go back here. Is your crimson eyes on mine? So here you can see that if it's not blurry, it's probably blurry. I've chopped up the notes and I've made it a trill. There we go. Yep, so I chopped up the note, made it a trill. Place your broken heart on the table. I kind of like that melody more for some reason, and it kind of sounds like a dance, more of a dance. I feel like the other one is more metal. What I would do normally would be just kind of drag that pitch up or down, play with melodies and see what I think would be best, and that's how I make harmonies as well, because sometimes harmonies can be tricky, but the general rule of thumb is stick to the chords, pick a note in there, usually like the 1 and the 3 or the 1 and the 5th note. I like to kind of play with the 4ths as well and the 6th sometimes. So I do that a lot, and yeah. With lyrics, I have this book. It's just a big black book. A4, and it's this size because I want to write my ideas down, and sometimes it's quite a lot. So I've got like, yeah, there we go. There's Hurricanes lyrics in there, all different stuff. And sometimes at night I will just wake up, since like my bedroom is half a studio and then like half a bed, I'll just wake up and I'll be like, oh my god, I have an idea, and I'll run over to the book and I'll like write it in at like 2 a.m, and I'm like, oh, because sometimes I haven't written it down and I've completely lost the idea and I don't want to risk it. So I also wrote the chords in here. I just write my chords out like this. It's a little bit blurry. D minor, C major, A minor, D minor, C major, G major, D minor, F major 7, B flat major, A minor, B flat major 7, F major. So I'm kind of trying to make my songs a little bit different these days. Like I used to just use the same 3 or 4 chords the whole song, but it got really boring for me. So I've got the intro as one section, I've got the verse as another section, the chorus, and in each section I will change up the chords. Even if it's just one, I like to make it a little bit different. And the bridge will obviously be something entirely different to make the song interesting and not drag it out. And then I've got my mic, which is just here. So when I want to record ideas, I'll just plug it straight into my computer and boom, off you go. Lyrics are, and all I want to feel is your crimson eyes on mine. Place your broken heart on the table. Leave it dancing next to mine. And the verse is, I'm frozen in time. Catch me. Hold me in your arms again. In this blanket of dreams. Angelic it seems. We don't look down from the bed. No, we close our eyes. Instead, do we know who we're choosing to be? All I know is if I can't fight the fear, at least we're together to soar. I'm very impressed by my memory because if you know me, my memory is rubbish. I'm surprised I don't forget lyrics on stage, honestly, but yeah, those are the lyrics. And for me, what it means, it will mean something completely different to you, but for me, what it means is that you're with somebody and you're forgetting. It's almost like you're floating on a cloud in heaven. So like we don't look down from the bed in this blanket of dreams. Angelic it seems. So we're floating on this cloud and we're on this bed together, and we're not like looking down at the ground, kind of looking down at reality, and the fear of the unknown and not really knowing, I guess, what we're going to become or what's going... For me, it wasn't so much about a relationship when I wrote this. It was more about I'm really terrified of where my life is going, where my career is going. I'm really scared and I don't know anything. And then that person was kind of like a distraction for me. And I'm like, you know, if I can't fight the fear, at least we're together to soar. So going back to that idea of being in the clouds of somebody and just kind of distracting yourself from reality. And I think a lot of my songs are about that. I obviously have a lot of issues. Yeah, it's interesting that it comes back to that idea of fear and illusions, and I do write a lot about being afraid, which I find quite interesting, that I feel so much fear on a daily basis about a lot of different things, and I think that's my anxiety. And I think a lot of us can feel that way about a lot of things, just afraid of, you know, where you're going in school or your career, or the unknown of relationships and all kinds of different stuff. So I find that fear is a very interesting topic for me to write about. Like sometimes I'll face it head on and I'll write a song about being fearless and brave and like not giving a fuck. And then other times I'm like, oh my god, I'm so scared, like hold me. So it's completely polarizing. A lot of my songs people think are just about love or one topic, but usually there's a lot of different topics in one song. That's why I don't always like to completely give my meaning, because it's going to be completely different to yours and what you take from it. So yeah. I hope that you enjoyed the studio sessions, and I can't wait to see you at the next one. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube and like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next studio sessions. See you guys.